Hey guys, it is removal day. So we're going to do a check. I'm going to be testing out 3 different styles of polygel, and then we're going to do some extra long stilettos today. So stick around, see you on the other side.
Give it to me like...
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out 3 different styles of extension gel. This is one of them. So we're going to need a dampened dish, a little bit of alcohol in it. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wanted to do Aurora nails with the 3D extension gel, the Meet Across. And then I wanted to work with these opals. So these are real Ethiopian opals, really cute. So I want to use them as accents on the nails. Wasn't sure at this point how I was going to use them, but I figured it out pretty quickly. So my initial plan was to use these as dual forms because they have a really nice apex in them. But that soon changed after my first try. So I pulled out these. So these are my extra long stiletto full cover tips. They're really nice. I don't know if you can fully see that, but they're perfect for me because I got really large nail beds. So you see right here, like this one fits perfectly on my thumb, which is amazing that it's not the first size, but and there's a little bit of space in there to do an apex. Initially I wanted to use these as dual forms, and you'll see what went wrong with that, but I will start with this. But let's do a check. Okay, so these were my Halloween, oh my gosh, my Valentine's Day nails. I've been accidentally calling V-Day Halloween. Anyways, this is a hereditary thing, by the way, because my father does it too. So they turned out really nice. I don't have any lifting. I used the Vinalisa and no complaints. So I'm going to start by pushing my cuticles back. I'm not going to show you full removal, but I do take them fully off and I cut them right down. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. This is what I'm going to use to do this. I've got my little dampen dish with some alcohol. Got my little cleanup brush. That I probably don't need yet. I'm going to scoop it with this. I'm going to do that. We're going to figure out a way to use this. And I'm going to prime with my Kirsty Meakin primer. Okay, so I've sized my tips. That's my thumb. I'm going to use these ones we showed you in the beginning. So I was going to use them as dual forms. However, I did my thumb, and this is very sticky. So I did my thumb. I thought I could pop it off. I cannot. It's like stuck like glue. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them. So let's do the next one. Okay, so let's size the tip again, just in case I mix them up. So you just want to make sure they fit sidewall to sidewall. I am going to leave a little bit of space. Well, I try to leave a little bit of space. And I'm not going to etch the inside. Well, okay, so initially I wasn't going to etch the inside because I was hoping to pop them off. That didn't work. But we are going to try this one again. I'm going to first prime my nails. So they're dehydrated, they're cleaned. So I'm going to prime with my Kirsty Meakin primer. I can't rave about this stuff enough. It is amazing. You just let it air dry for a little bit, and it will help with your adhesion. So if you notice, I did try to cut them as low as I could, but I have a really high eponychium on the inside, so the longer my nails are with extensions, the higher it grows, and then the shorter my nails are, the lower it gets. So I just have to be really careful, but you can see like my nail passes my free edge here. Okay, let's start with this one.
For all you psychos that do this with really long nails, I applaud you. It is fucking difficult, and I only have a thumb on. So, anyways.
Okay, so she is out of the lamp. This stuff sticks like cement. It is so hard to work with. Okay, so in light of how the Aurora gel was turning out, I grabbed 2 other gels. It's very hard to work with. It sticks really nicely, but it's more of a 3D gel. Okay, so we're gonna try a Born Pretty polygel on the middle one, on the middle finger, and then on the last 2, I'm gonna use a Born Pretty glitter polygel so that we can compare. So I've got my middle tip out, so you can see how it comes out. This one is it's more, well, the consistency is like more looser. Does that make sense? So I start with, so I primed my nail. I am doing a base coat, so I do base coat on the rest of my nails. I did do a base coat on the second one, not on the first one though. So, and I do have some trouble using these. So you can see much different than the Aurora 3D extension gel. It has more of like a medium builder gel consistency. I still do use my brush just to float it to the sides. This one I feel like would run slightly. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. But what I'm doing here is it's a little bit sticky. So I'm just trying to get it to the free edges and leave a little heavier in the middle. I did not like how this applied with the tip. So it could have been my application. I just found that when I started to push down, it started to like pop out from all the edges, regardless of the fact that I did leave it a little bit up. But then you see at the top, it's like kind of fat, which I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it because at least it's filling the apex. So I just straighten it up here and pop it in the lamp. And that's it cured. So for the glitter polygel, this one is amazing. So I actually did my ring finger, turned out great. So I'm doing the pinky, so easy, so quick. Anything that comes out of, from the edges, just clean it off, pop it in the lamp, and cure. So this is definitely my favorite choice. Okay, so I'm gonna do this hand off camera. I'm gonna do it all with the Born Pretty glitter polygel. I'm gonna file them, but first I'll show you a little bit of cleanup on my other hand. So if you've watched some of my other videos, You'll recognize this. This was in one of my hauls. It's a teeny weeny sanding band. It is so great. It gets into these like little areas. Okay, granted, I have huge nail beds, but really easy to sort of clean up around the edges, around your cuticle and sidewalls. So just to go over again, so the thumb I did with this, the 3D, it doesn't even say it on there, but it's totally a 3D extension gel. I did my thumb, my pointer. My favorite were these. Like these went on so quickly. I should have just done this from the beginning. It's a perfect consistency. It's not too thick. It's not too runny. It's not too sticky. It's not too hard. It's perfect. I'm going to get more of these actually, because I should have done them all like that. So once I've got the full cover tips on, I did use this bit to clean, to sort of make the cuticle area a little more flush, but I also used these two bits as well. And the sanding band, I believe, is like a 180 grit. So not too strong. Okay, I'm going to start with Tack. I'm going to put it on all my nails. They are buffed and cleansed, cleaned up around the cuticles. So I'm going to do all my nails with this, and then we're going to start dark to light with our design. Okay, so I used my Perfect Black by Madame Glam just to paint the tips of all of these nails on my left hand. And then I'm using my ombre brush to sort of ombre it down. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do here. I was trying to get this like feathering kind of like scratchy look. Some turned out better than others. So then I decided I was just going to, because I had to find a way to cover all sort of the bottoms of these nails because they're all different. So I decided to turn it into an ombre. So here I'm just feathering the edges down. And then I'm going to go in with Top Secret by Madame Glam, which is a jelly black color. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to do the same thing here where I'm just sort of feathering the ombre. I do a couple coats of both. I cure, and then I'm going over top with my Scorpio matte top coat by Madame Glam to give this beautiful like shimmer Aurora purple effect. So this was the best. I didn't like the tips. I thought they were a little too dark. So I wanted it to blend a little better and go from dark to light with some nice Aurora tones in there. So I'm going to finish these off. I'm going to cure them, and then we're going to come back and work on our light hand. Okay, now for this hand, so I've buffed them, cleaned around my cuticles. I've cut myself a little bit in the process as well. For this, I'm going to bring out another Born Pretty gel. So this is my left hand cured. I'm happy with the color. I'm happy with how they look. And I think it's gonna look awesome with the dark to light. I don't know, I think it's really cool. All right, so for this one, so I'm using my Born Pretty jelly gel. We used these last video in our B-Day nails. So it's just a really soft pink. I'm doing the same thing on the tips of these ones. So it's got a little bit, it's almost like a creamy, like a milky tone with a, it's like a milky with a pink undertone. And then I'm going to feather again. I'm going to ombre these into the Born Pretty glitter. The bottom, I am going to top coat them. And then we're going to do a Scorpio top coat. So here they are after they're out of the lamp. I did do a couple coats, and again, just ombre them down. So we're going to top coat first. All the nails, I did do this on the other hand as well, I just didn't show it. So I'm kind of showing the opposite in sticking with the theme. And you can see that I've totally nicked myself over here. I've irritated my cuticle. Today it looks great though. It's all better. So we're going to do all the nails with the top coat. We're going to cure, and then I'm going to do them all again fully with the Scorpio top coat, the same as I did on my left hand. Okay, so while that hand is in the lamp curing, I'm just, at this point, I'm deciding what I'm going to do on my other hand. And I noticed that my Cameo actually kind of matches the purple Aurora tones. So I decided to work that into my design. Okay. So there they are. They're both finished. They both have the Scorpio top coat. They're cured. So I got out my little gem picker-upper and gem placer and my Born Pretty rhinestone gel. And we're going to apply our opals. So I just took a little bit out and dabbed it on the spots that I wanted. And just cleaning up. And then this was actually great. It could totally pick these up, just placing them. And I did like how these looked on a darker background, so I decided to put them on my dark hand. And then for the other hand, I'm going to put my Cameo on my thumb. So same thing with this hand. I just take a little bit of my rhinestone glue gel. I think it says gel. Do a little dollop on my thumb. Place my Cameo, and then I'm going to cure. Okay, so I just cured in the lamp for about 60 seconds. Actually, I think I did I think I did 2 minutes. But they're pretty sturdy. They're still sturdy today when I'm pushing on them. So that stuff is really good. Works really well. I decided to put the opals on my left hand because it's the one I use the least, and things fall off of my right hand really easily. So really excited about these. I wasn't sure how they were going to turn out. I didn't want to do extra long stilettos at all. I was totally going to just use them as dual forms, but I just decided to go with it. I guess right here what I'm pointing out are just some of the little things, like maybe I wanted to put some rhinestones sort of along those little edges, or put like a bit of a pink to ombre it a little more. But I really like how they turned out. So these are the 3 different extension gels that I used. They say an extension gel on the Aurora stuff, but this one, the Born Pretty one, is the one that I just put away, is by far my favorite. I think I'm bringing it back. This is by far my favorite. It was perfect consistency. The other one, that pinky color, is just a little too sticky for my liking. This one is perfect. So I'm gonna get more of this stuff. I think I would use the other ones a little bit of a different way, but this one, like 2 thumbs up. This one is definitely a 3D gel. If anyone can tell me how else to use this as an extension gel, let me know in the comments, please. So really excited with how they turned out. They are way too long, but, and I had my doubts, but finished product, beautiful. So now let's put some cuticle oil on our hands and come back for the final reveal. And there we have them. So our dark to light with opal, it's Ethiopian opal accents, and my Cameo accent nail. Extra long stilettos. It looks like I just dipped my hands in a thing of olive oil. I obviously thought I needed a lot of oil on my skin. So yeah, really happy with them. I gotta say, I was showing people along the way and everyone had doubts. They were too long. They were, well, first of all, the mishmash of colors on my left hand was just a mess. But in the end, they turned out really well. So let me know what you think. I'm happy with them. I am. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. And I will see you guys next time.